Well, here's a story of how I built a chicken coop out of an old doghouse using scrap lumber and some materials I had laying around the house. Total cost came about $50. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you're probably interested and have priced the coops. They are not cheap if you buy them from a store. What happened was I saw an ad for a doghouse on the internet, actually two doghouses, total cost $50. Left one was 40, right one was 20, that one right there. Pretty awful condition, as you can tell. Dogs had not been had by this owner for at least 10 years. They were set out in his back lot and left out to rot, some termite damage. They did have quite a bit of junk in them that he cleaned out, and in the shape that you see them in the pictures. So I brought him home. Dad called him junk. I called him potential. Started power washing all the mold and mildew and the grime, try to get the wood a little bit cleaner. That's the left side being power washed. The right side is still yet to go. Then I tried to straighten out the door, as you can see here. The goal was to find a doghouse that looked like a barn, and these were prime candidates. Starting to make my nesting boxes here, trying to get a game plan. Sloped the roofs, figured I could get two in there at the size of the doghouse. Chose to actually stay inside the house instead of building a nesting box on the exterior. I'll show you those in a few minutes. Here's me trying to figure out how to put a door on the back to open up and get the eggs and clean. So just trying to think out loud with ideas and drawing on the wood. I would then take a circular saw and cut out this section here, and again, this is going to be the area where I pick up the eggs from the rear of the chicken coop. As you can see here, that's all cut out. I'll put the hinges on and paint in the upcoming pictures, but first I had to get some legs on it to get it off the ground. Simple 4x4 post is all that took. 2 feet off the ground, that's ample. Not too steep for the chickens, but allows them to get away from any predators which may be lingering out there. Now it's time to put the old barn red paint on, and simply went to Lowe's, picked up some for about $10 and started painting. Not too difficult to do, but with the wood and the condition that it was in, it was pretty thirsty, so I just started painting. Took about an hour, but as you can see here, there's the barn that I was looking for. After that, I started to put in some doors and paint the rest of the trim white. This is a view from the rear of the barn. Those are going to be the two nesting boxes. I decided to put that board there in the middle in order to prevent the bedding from falling out. And then I decided to add a chain in order to hold that up. Many people ask, how high do you want to have your chicken coop? And the answer is just above your wheelbarrow for easy access of cleaning. Here's a view from the front looking to the back, the two nesting boxes with the roof, and then the exterior door, and there is the roost where they are allowed to go up in the rafters. Started building the walkway, the plank as many people call it, and started getting an idea of how I wanted to set that up. But first I want to put a chain on the back, and that's going to hold it up as I clean and get the eggs. Folks, it's really simple. Basically, chickens are pretty kind to whatever you're going to give them. Just give them ample room and a place to eat, a place to sleep, a place to do their nesting, laying of eggs, and they'll love you forever. So there's nearly the finished product there without the front door, and there's with it on the front door. As you can tell, the sun is starting to set, but I was able to do all that in one day. Highly recommend getting outside. You ask if the hens like it, they love it. Not only do they go in there and sleep and roost, but they also have given me exactly why we raise them: fun and eggs. There's one, and then the other one went in and laid additional one. Get out there, buy yourself an old doghouse off of Craigslist, off the internet if you have one laying around. They all have potential for these little guys. Be sure to check out my other video for that one there in the background too. The transformation of that. Had to rebuild all the rafters, but these chickens love it, and they'll be living in there for many years. Again, total cost was $50. Hope you enjoyed it. Get out there and restore those dog houses into chicken coops.